today let's look into our future. Okay, I know that everyone would love to know your future. This evening there was a lady who knew about the past. So I was talking to Nuri, and she knows about the past. So everyone loves to know the future. So if you go to India, Sri Lanka, that part of the world, you find the whole industry of astrology. It's really big there. Usually, when a kid is born, you usually get a horoscope, and then people want to know about the future. But then this future is really based on what you like and dislike today. Is that correct? I mean, basically, you want your future in accordance to what you like today, right? So what you like and what you dislike is also not really yours. You were not born with it. It's just maybe some part, like a small part, is yours that you resonate with. But a lot of ideas that you think that I like and I don't like are suggested to you by different people, and then you have absorbed that. So for that like and dislike, you want to make the future more in accordance to the likes that you have, the prospects, and you want to stay away from that the things that you do not like, right? And in doing so, we forget the whole happening right now. And today, let's see what we can do about it. But then this like and dislike not only goes into tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year. It even goes beyond your next life, right? So people have different beliefs. We have hunger, we have malady, we have ailment, we have stresses today, now. But there's a promise that there are places, there's a heavenly place where you are free of the hunger, you are free of the stresses, you are free of malady, you are free of all that. So people want to get there because it's freeing, and it's not necessarily in this life, it's after your death or after purgatory. And there's another set of people who believe that well, the heavens could also have problematic, there could be problems in heavens also, because if you look all the movies, Hellenic movies, the Viking movies, the gods, they also have their own set of problems, right? So they believe that the fundamental cause for all this stress, even at a heaven, is because you were born. So they also believe in reincarnation, and they want to stop rebirth. And that way, I would stop the malady, stop the hunger, stop the stress, etc. And there's another set of people who believe that, well, there's no reincarnation, there's no heaven, it's just all my stresses, physical and mental, they are during this lifetime. So let me wait until I'm dead, and then things will be all over, right? So 3 types of beliefs. After your death, you go to an eternal good place. After you stop your rebirth, you are done with your issues. Or when you are dead, anyway, all these issues are gone. But no one is really interested about trying to find a reason for the hunger now, for the malady now, or for the stresses now, right? So scientists, they sort of try to look into the more existential issues, like how do we grow food, how do we yield more production, etc. So you can say that the now, people who are interested about now are the scientists, the physical side. The physical side, they do a lot about now. But what about the mental side? You can say psychologists, because in psychology there's not a lot of it's not faith-based, it's more about how we can reduce our stress now, etc. So when you look into the modern psychology, you find a lot of ways to treat people, cognitive behavioral therapy, and now you have the mindfulness-based behavioral therapy, MBCT, and there's mindfulness-based stress reduction, or stress reduction therapy. There's another new therapy called DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, acceptance-based therapy, ACT. So there's a lot that the modern psychology is also taking from some of the things that we learn as mindfulness in 2000-year-old practices. So the beginning of all that is, we do not want to fixate too much about what might happen, but let's try to understand what is happening, right? And our stresses, so I'm not going to talk about the physical side of it. How do we, if we are hungry, what should we do about it? Or if I have a cancer, what should I do about it? But let's focus more on the mental side of it, the non-physical side of it. The stresses, the anxieties, the depressions we have, they are based on what we think is real. It's based on our reality, right? So we respond to reality, and our reality is bound by these likes and dislikes. Is that correct? You want to be with people that you like. You do not want to be with people that you don't like. You want to be in places where you like and don't want to be in places that you do not like. So our reality, we need to check our reality, and then we also need to check our likes and dislikes, because that is what our whole happiness and sadness is all about. So let's try to do that today. Let's try to not go to the future, but let's try to be mindful about the present. But then this idea caught on, the let's be in the present moment, that is something that no one can do. You know why? Because there's nothing called the present. You can never find the present. The moment you try to capture the present, it keeps turning to the past. So there's nothing really called the present moment also, but there's a stream of happenings. There's a flux of happenings. It's like a river. When we say a river, there's no static river. It's a flowing river all the time. The water is continuously changing, and that's what we call the Niagara Falls. There's no one Niagara static falls. It's a continuous flowing. So let's try to be observant. Let's try to be mindful of this continuous stream of happenings. Okay, so that is what we are going to do with our meditation today.